Hello, hello. Welcome to Rise Up After Hours. My name's Danielle, and tonight we're going to talk about social media. Woohoo! If you were here before we hit record, you heard us share a few good things. Congratulations to Leslie and Daryl who have a new teammate. Yay! Woo, woo. It's always kind of, I try to start it a little bit early, but if you guys ever in the future want to hop on a couple minutes early, usually we like to kind of chit chat ahead of time. So what else? Quick news. Okay, let's get to it. And I totally lost my window. Sorry, guys. There it is. Okay. So quick news. One, catalog is ending. You should already all know that. And the fall winter catalog is starting on Monday, which is crazy to think about. If you haven't already, make sure that you tell all of your customers what scents are discontinuing. It is the perfect time frame right now to have those conversations about what Scentsy Club could do for those favorite scents that are going away. And then make sure also when you place an order this week, a party order, hopefully you're always placing orders together in a party so that you're taking advantage of that lesser shipping and then saving some money for your customers. If they're local, they can come pick up from you, or if you are willing to deliver, you can do that too. But make sure you add your business tools so that you don't have to pay separate shipping. That's not a word. Number one, or number two, collections that are ending, which is a big long list. Lilo and Stitch, Looney Tunes, Lion King Summer Collection, the Garden, Scentsy Bar Collection, and then also the Glam Buddies. I forget which one exactly it is, but go and look in the news tab if you want more details. So definitely another conversation starter for you and your customers if you're doing follow-up this week, which hopefully you are. The club incentive is ending on Sunday, so there's still time to find 3 clubbers. Like I said, talk to them about those discontinuing scents. It still shocks me every single time a catalog ends in like a week or 2 or 3 or a month later. I'll get a message, I can't order Go-Go Mango anymore. And I'm like, freaking told you. I love you, but I told you. So anyways, make sure that they know, like, don't be afraid to be a little spammy here if you know that they love a scent that's going away. And I say that if you're not on your social media, but in a text message directly to them. Number 4, foundations training starting on August 11th. So the 3 of us, the 3 teams here that we do our training every 2 weeks, every 2nd and 4th Tuesday of the month. We are planning a really great program for you guys to help you kind of start off the fall with a really solid foundation. So you're going to hear more about that in the future in the coming weeks. So just make sure you're kind of paying attention. Number 5 is the new incentive, which starts August 1st. And I'm just going to leave you with this because we don't know any details except where the locations are, but those locations are exciting. There's 4 of them you can choose. Anyways, we don't know how to earn it quite yet. We have a good idea based on previous incentive trips, but I'm going to leave you with this quote to hopefully encourage you to start thinking that you can earn these incentive trips, because that's where it starts. The only way to achieve the impossible is to believe that it is possible. Okay, jumping into our training tonight. What do we know about social media? Well, it's social and a ton of people use it. In fact, I went and looked up some statistics, and it's crazy how many people are actually using social media in the world today. About almost, well, it's more than half. It is free, fun. People come to social media, lots of different platforms, but for fun, for information, and for community, or to build relationships, to feel like a part of a community, because I know a lot of times with the way we live our lives now, it tends to feel a little bit separate. The average time, this is kind of surprising to me, but the average time spent on social media by the average person is 2 hours and 27 minutes. Who does more than that? That's me. Dang it, TikTok. Anyways, most popular platforms, so something to consider, is Facebook. This is in order, by the way, 1 through I think it's 5 or 6. Facebook, YouTube are the most popular. Then you have the WhatsApp app. I don't actually have that, but I think it's a messaging app. If anybody wants to hop on and tell me yes or no. Instagram is 3rd. WeChat, which is also I think like a messenger type of app. And then TikTok is coming up right behind. So basically, it's a great source of people you can get in front of a really large audience very quickly, easily, and you don't ever have to leave your house, which is why it's got such a big appeal. The downside, of course, is we tend to spend a little bit too much time on there, but there are some things that you can do to eliminate your time if you wanted to, like eliminate how much time you're wasting versus being productive on social media. So timers or using bookmarks. I've now used bookmarks on my own browser, my web browser, and it helps me find the exact group that I want to go post in versus going on to the dashboard, not the dashboard, but the homepage of my Facebook page, and then like finding where the groups are, and then scrolling through all the notifications, and I get distracted, and I'm like, wait, where did it come onto Facebook for? So using bookmarks to the exact group that I'm going to has helped me eliminate some time, wasted time. What else? Bookmarks keep you focused on business tasks. Engage, like when you engage with your customers or responding to comments that they've left, you can do that. Even by removing the app from your phone, I should move my notes this way. So there we go. You can actually eliminate that too much time, that worry if you feel like you're not going to use social media, or if you don't want to because you feel like it's taking too much time. That is something that you can do, and just maybe only use it on your tablet or your desktop or your laptop if that's something that you can do. I want to say with this training, a little disclaimer that I am not an expert. There are so many different ideas surrounding social media, and there's methods and different tools, and not everything is going to work for everybody. I'm only going to be sharing tonight what's worked for me and the things that I've learned, and hopefully that you can take away the bits and pieces that will apply to you in your business, and then you'll be able to grow from there. I do always promise to share what works for me in my business, so you can decide if it works for you too. And I'm always learning. So something that I might share tonight, I might in 3 months, I reserve the right to change it because that's the beauty of our business. We get to do that. All right. If you want to know the statistics, I can send you the link to this statistics, but I just, anyways, in case anybody wanted to, like, are you sure? So here's where we're going to start. We're going to start with your profile, and it can be on Instagram, it could be on Facebook, it can be wherever you happen to go. And a lot of people are like, well, where should I be? Honestly, it's the social media platform that you are on the most, that your customers are on, and that you know how to use best. So if you hear me talking a lot about Instagram tonight and you're not super Instagram savvy, then don't worry about trying to learn it just to do what I'm training. Apply what you are hearing tonight to the platform that you already know. Maybe you're super good at TikTok or Pinterest or any of YouTube. Definitely feel free to apply this to those platforms as well. So your name should be the same across all of those platforms if you have several, like your VIP group or your Instagram profile, Facebook business page, so forth and so on. Your profile photo should be a recent photo of your face, and should be consistent across. Like they should be able to know it's you, like should be able to recognize that it's you. Also your cover photo on Facebook, and now we have that big banner photo that usually is at the top of our page. When someone comes to your profile, they should get to know who you are by that cover banner. I know, Becky, yours pops in my head right now because I know you have like those little windows with all the different photos of all of your different aspects of your life, which is a really great way to kind of introduce people and say, hey, this is who I am, kind of. Your bio or profile description kind of should say something about who you are. There she is. She's showing us her pretty pictures. Love it. And her like brand colors. I love it. Social links and websites. So if you have a PWS, which hopefully if you're watching tonight you do, then it should work, and it should be in your profile somewhere. Someone should be able to find your website when they go to your profile. I know that's like a huge thing that you don't always think about, but it's amazing when people think, oh, I need Scentsy, and then they go to find you because they know you're the Scentsy lady or the Scentsy man, and they go to your profile and they can't find a link. That's crazy. So make sure it's there, and it works. Last but not least is your content, which is we're going to talk about tonight. It's strategic to attract the right audience. So what you're focusing on will grow. So what sort of people are you attracting? If you're constantly, I'm just going to say this, like the only negative-ish thing that I'm going to say is if you're like posting things that are maybe controversial or I don't even think controversial, but just like negative things that you're complaining about everything, and you're just news articles that make you sad, like that's what you're going to attract to your business. And that's up to you. And I'm not saying that's wrong, but that's just something to know. Okay. Who is your ideal client? This is a question that I hate. I have struggled. I've heard this question a million times, and I never really understood how to answer it. But here are some questions for you guys. And I want you to know that this question is important because if your time is limited, of course, so being intentional with the time that you spend on creating content is important. If you try to reach everybody out there in the internet world, half the world, more than half the world, if you're trying to reach everybody and like try to appeal to everybody, you're likely not going to get a lot of people listening specifically to what you are about, because they're gonna, there's just too much. Get specific. Who is your ideal client? Really take some time to think about who you're talking to. And this is what kind of cemented this, how to answer this question for me recently, is when you're creating your content on social media, who are you talking to? Imagine that you are talking to them. And for me, that makes it so much easier to know what to say and what to post, because I know who I'm talking to. Okay, so let me go back to my notes. Your creating content helps you make sure that you're reaching the right people. And when you are reaching the right people, they are more likely to take action on the posts. And that will increase because they are the ones, wait, okay, they will take action on your posts, and that will increase because they are the ones who need to have what you offer. I don't know where that increase. You guys get what I'm trying to say. Sometimes I write these late at night. Can you tell? All right, let's quickly go through the questions. What makes them happy? What makes them laugh? What do they find funny? Like, I know I'm an elder millennial, so I know the kind of things that people who are my ideal client, I know what they're going to laugh at because it's what I laugh at. If I find something funny, I'm going to go and tell them about it because they're likely going to find it funny too. What are their life goals and their priorities right now? What are their challenges and their frustrations? For me, I don't get a lot of time to myself, which is probably a lot of struggling moms feel the same way. My ideal client is probably a mom, if you haven't guessed that already. What kind of problems do they encounter? What are they going online for? Are they looking for entertainment, information, or community? How do they like to communicate? Are they a call on the phone type person? Or do they prefer you to text or email? What are their key demographics? Age, income, job. You can get more specific than that, but that's pretty much a good start. How do they like to spend their time? And what problems does Scentsy solve for them? For me, well, hold on, I'll get to there. By the way, this a little side note, funny salespeople will be more memorable. So if you can make them smile, if they can relate to you and laugh, there's 77% of people are more likely to buy from a funny person. So just keep that in mind. Humor is a good thing. To answer the question, to answer who is your ideal client, it helps to format your reply like this. I am talking to someone who, fill in the blank. Or you can say, my ideal client is someone who, and then answer the question. For example, this is how I might answer the question, and I'm still kind of playing with it, but it's always going to change a little bit. I am talking to someone who values creating a home, is very likely a parent, and who enjoys relaxing after a long day, who values a chance to relax. That person might also crave something more in their life outside of home, and parenthood, where they feel challenged, excited, and they would like to contribute to their future while still being able to prioritize their family. They want to feel like themselves, but also prioritize their family. That's my ideal client. It might not be yours, and that's okay. You might be in a different season of life. So where people are going to relate to you is going to be different from where I am. While your ideal client, hold on. I know exactly who I'm talking to in my post because I am her and she was me a few years ago. The people who I think relate to me best are people who can relate to what I've been through recently as far as momhood and being a stay-at-home mom and homeschooling. Those are my ideal clients because they're like me. They're who I was a few years ago. They're always going to be identical, of course. They're going to be similarities, and that's how they're going to relate. Oh, sorry about that noise. You want them to think, hey, I can use that, or I need that too, or hey, that's the same problem I have. I wonder if I should use that too, whatever it is. Scentsy, insert Scentsy product here. Here are some examples of other clients. Someone who wants to make money online but doesn't know how. Maybe someone who's trying to be debt-free, save for retirement. I don't know. Person who wants to make their house feel like a home and loves home decor. A working mom who wants to relax when she gets home from a demanding job. Stay-at-home parent struggling with her identity and misses connecting with other adults. That was me. Retired person who wants to travel more affordably. Heck yeah. That could be an older person, of course, as a retired person, or it could be like a college student who wants to travel too. Like there's so much variety in there. A person who struggles with knowing how to make their home, doesn't have to be her, their home beautiful, clean, and safe. So your ideal client can change, and as you revisit this question often, you should grow a better understanding of who you are talking to when you are posting on social media. Now you're probably wondering, like, what the heck should I be posting, right? Well, that's a great question. Here we have 3 types of content, and again, this is not how everybody does content planning on social media. This is just one way that's worked really well for me. So 80 to 90% of your content. This is, oh, by the way, let me put disclaimer in here too. And I just realized there's a chat and I've been missing a bunch of stuff. Hold on. Elder millennial. Yeah. It's a messaging. Okay, WhatsApp is a messaging and video chatting. That's cool. Yes, Kara, brilliant. Yeah. That's cool. Okay. Telegraph, is that how you, I think Telegraph or Telegram or something like that is similar. Training is always continuous. Absolutely. Scooter patrol. It's okay to smell. Our tagline. I love it. It's okay to smell. I love it, Kara. Yeah, it's something that I'm even working on. Like I say that I'm doing this training, but also it's also stuff I'm learning. So who I learned this from, a large chunk of tonight's training is from Brenda Ster. She has done Scentsy trainings, I believe, at some sort of SFR. I don't remember which one, but I know it was before I started going to SFR. So it was many moons ago. You can follow her on Instagram. She's also got Facebook, and she provides free training to direct sellers all the time. So follow her on either platform, and she's amazing. Okay, personality is how we get to know you, and it's very low risk. This is like, who likes ketchup or mustard on their hot dog? Like, people have opinions, right? And I think Daryl's about to reply. There we go. I just saw him go, oh, I have an opinion. Yeah, see, it's low risk and it's an engagement. People are gonna wanna reply. They're gonna wanna reply. This is how they're gonna get to know you, and they're gonna relate to you and be like, I don't think so. No, actually, I do like both. Purposeful is content that's related to our field. So Scentsy is very broad. You can get really specific with like pets and shampoo, or you can get really specific with diffusers. But it's content surrounding like home decor, styling, things, and you might not know a lot about that stuff, but I rely on other people who are experienced at that stuff, and I share that content to my VIP group. It offers value. It teaches them something. It gives them something. Okay, so we're making them laugh. We're getting to know people, and we're teaching them, or they're taking away something from our purposeful content. Promotional is the ask. It's focused on shopping, posting, or joining. High risk here. And these are the types of posts that are going to have the lowest comments, right? You're going to say, hey, who wants to pre-order? Hey, 0 comments, right? But if you ask, what do you want to watch, Wally or Moana? High engagement, right? Because that's low risk. Nobody's going to be worried about you texting them saying, hey, do you want to buy it? Okay, so these types of content can be used on all platforms and in a variety of content type: photos, graphics, stories, short video, swiping graphics. When you're planning your content, and I'll share my content method planning here in a moment, you're going to create a healthy balance of these types of posts. So let's get some examples going. Personality. Now, these are not all encompassing. It's just a really good gist of it. There are lots of other ideas out there and this should just kind of get you going in the right direction. But these kinds of posts your customers are going to learn about who you are and what you like to do and why you like to do what you're doing from your personality posts. They're going to relate to it or they're not. And if they don't, they're probably not your people. You're going to find your people and they're going to be loyal to you because they know who you are and they're going to like you and they're going to learn to trust you, and all that jazz. So about me, anything about you, values, what you value, what you're valuing. Maybe you love to go spend time fishing, I don't know, or going to Disneyland, or spending time with your family, or going out with your friends. Behind the scenes, this is more like your personal life and business. Your dislikes: hate pickles, by the way, and I don't like olives or zucchini. Those are like my top 3. I'm like waiting for someone to say, "How dare you?" Leslie. Entertaining posts, funny holiday seasons, memes. Question of the week is a good one. Quote, I love, there's a Starbucks that I go to. Sometimes it's got a drive-through. It's on the way to swim lessons. But they have a little board on their drive-through window and it always has a question like Grey's Anatomy and then another show, which I don't even know because Grey's Anatomy is awesome. Affirmations, news, like this is news things like what's the little miss posts that are going around. You don't have to censify it. In fact, I would recommend that you don't censify it because that's against compliance, and just a heads up. There, I gotcha. Yes, so don't, but it is like a trending thing, so use it while it's popular, but just don't put something on it. Animals, hobbies, interests, so forth and so on. And this is a question for you. It's a little bit of homework assignment. Kara, is that you don't like olives and mushrooms and broccoli? No? Mushrooms and broccoli, I don't mind it. I won't like purposefully go make them, but I'll add them if I have to. It's the recipe, you know? Anyways, go on to pick a profile. You don't have to do all of them, but just pick something that you use the most often and go and, what's the word? Not auction. Go and look through them and see how many of your posts are actually personality. What is that called? Not auction. What's that word that I'm thinking of that's like review, but not review? Anyways, someone's gonna watch. Same thing with your purposeful posts. These are types of purposeful content. So testimonials, how-tos. This is, you're giving value to your customer. They're going to learn how to use that product and how that product's going to be useful to them. Testimonials is.
Can I interrupt you for a second, Danielle?
Yeah. Go. Audit. Thank you, Becky.
Has anybody ever found, like going back to the last page there and doing like the daily question or word or, fun thing, has anybody ever found a good website or app or something that would just give it to you automatically and you can share it to Facebook? Because that would save time, like searching it out too.
I'm sure there are accounts on different platforms. Like I think Pinterest might be one to search, or even Instagram might be one to search of different questions, and then you could just share their content to your story or whatever. Okay. But I don't know of anything specific off the top of my head.
Yeah, because like I've always thought of that. Like I used to get word of the day emailed right to me, but I've thought of that for interesting things on Facebook, but it always takes me so much time to go actually find it and post it. So
there is spreadsheet. I'll add this to you because we're going to talk about tools at the end, but there's a spreadsheet, that database of posts that you can save, like question of the week, worksheet, and then as you see them, you just log them into this spreadsheet, if you will. It's not my idea. Leslie and Daryl are gonna make fun of me because I said spreadsheet. It wasn't my idea. It's just that's where I found it. And or you can make a list on a Word document. I don't care where you keep
Yeah.
it, but it's essentially a bank of questions as you come across them, that would be a good one for Christmas, or that would be a good one for fall, so forth and so on.
Okay. Yeah.
Another good idea might be to business expense one of those desk calendars at Christmas time that have like the rip-off squares, because you can get all sorts of ones. So maybe this
Yeah.
season grab yourself one, and then you have constant ideas as well.
That's true. That's a good idea.
When I went to SFR and I went to the expo, I was asking the Reels Deal booth for their tips, like what are their top 3 tips. Later.com, which is a blog, I believe it's social media based, focused, but I guess they have articles that are what's new in social media, so you can go to their blog, and I wonder if they'll have some sort of resource for you. But there's tons on Pinterest, I know that much. Okay, so product demonstrations, benefits of Scentsy. So maybe you're listing out how can their life benefit from having a warmer, and list 3 or 4 reasons. Can't smell my dog, my kids' shoes I can't notice, I don't know. Just make it funny. Scentsy story. So this is purposeful. This is sharing more about they're taking away how Scentsy started, which is kind of a really neat story. If you don't know the story, go YouTube it. Behind the scenes. So this is the end of the month snapshot of you watching end of the month. That's a really great purposeful thing that you're teaching them about what it means to be a consultant. This is like a really great post. Trainings tonight, you can screenshot, hopefully I'm smiling in this picture, but screenshot that you're here tonight. And that's a really great purposeful, because you're teaching them about what it means to be a consultant, and that you're not going to be alone when you start, because we're here to help you. Home decor ideas, home decor tips, trending colors, articles about fragrance and home and how it works and why it's linked to our memory, which is a really cool sciencey thing. Seasonal tips, like how can you get your house to for fall. Get summer bucket list. It's a really great thing that I have on my Instagram link right now, which is a purposeful, valuable thing that they can have. Checklists, life hacks, information about whatever. It's pretty broad, but they should be taking something away. It's personality, it's fun and lighthearted, engaging. Purposeful is valuable, it's useful, it's appreciated. People are like, oh, that was something I didn't know, that's cool. Or, oh, I'm gonna try that next time. Mixing scent mixes is a great purposeful thing. Yeah, you should be able to answer the question, what is your customer getting from this post? And again, you can go back to your profile and go and audit. Thank you, Becky. How many of your last 20 posts are purposeful? And then last but not least, we have promotional, and that's probably the easiest one to do, because it's the one that Scentsy announces something and we have something to say. Shop, host, join, click link, fill out, share, tag, subscribe, pre-order, etc. Things that are currently on sale, warmer of the month, clearance items, promotions like LTOs, discontinuing products, booking information. Why would they want to host a party? The host hall would be a great promotional one. And attend a bacon night event, join promotions, 50% off. Scentsy Club, product albums, clearance section, I already said. There is risk in the promotional, and you're asking them to take action. And if they're not ready, they don't trust you, they don't like you, they don't know you well enough, they're not going to take action. So what do you have to do to get them to know you and like you? Personality and purposeful content. Have them start building those relationships, and they're going to learn to trust you. Of course, they're going to learn to like you because they're the right ideal person. And when you have that promotional content, they're more likely to click yes. Consistent follow-up fits in there too, by the way. That's where you build the relationship. Now, I reviewed my own Instagram account because I was like, I got to put my money where my mouth is. And I got to go see what I've been doing just to see, where I'm at. And I have been intentionally doing this, but I haven't been as selective, I guess. So I had about 10 personality posts when I went back to look. I had 5 purposeful and I had 5 promotional, which gives me a 25%. I'm a little over on the promotional, but hey, I'm not perfect. good, but it could be better. So now we're like, okay, how do we take that information and plan it? So here is like the breakthrough of the freaking light bulb that I had, because I was just like, how come no one told me this earlier in my Scentsy career? Because it makes so much more sense. So the way that makes sense to me is by choosing a topic or a goal or a focus or an action that I want them to take by the end of the week. So like, what am I going to focus on in week 1 of August? What am I going to focus on? This is actually, I planned this a little bit based on July, but what am I going to focus on week 2, week 3? And because I ran out of room, I didn't do week 4. But now you're going to sprinkle in those personality and purposeful posts. And there's not any specific order you have to do it in. You can do all personality and then all purposeful. And then you're going to do your 7th day. And you can actually do it like differently. If you want to plan an arc, if you will, for the whole month. For me, it makes more sense weekly just because we do have new articles every week for the most part. So it makes more sense to have a goal weekly. And for me, it makes more sense that I want my promotional post to be on Sunday right before whatever launches on Monday. Because again, that's for the most part what Scentsy has planned for us from what we know in the past. So of course, we don't know everything. So Monday we might have a Thursday launch, but this is just a general idea. So I wanted to focus on discontinuing products, and quote unquote, my act that I want them to do is to make a sale. Like I want them to go buy. I don't want them to host. I don't want them to whatever. I want them to go into my website. I want them to shop, or I want them to tell me what they want, and I'll place their order for them. So personality, it's a selfie with a sad face and a couple of bars. That's cute. That's not asking them like, hey, go to my website and go see the thing. That's not yet. They don't know anything about that yet. They just know like, oh, she's sad because of her bars. Okay, purposeful. Upcoming gift ideas. If you put together a quick 30-second video of like, this is on sale and this not on sale. I go there too. This is a great gift for, this is a great gift for, this is a great gift for. 3 ideas, and it's a reel, so videos are going to be seen by more people than a stagnant post, by the way. I didn't know that. And I'm not asking for the sale yet, but I'm giving them value by giving them gift ideas. Maybe what teacher gifts are coming, right? Beginning of the year, teacher gifts. What other gifts are coming? Not really many more. Holiday gifts? I don't know. Anyways, personality, a funny meme about having too much Scentsy, right? It's entertaining, it's funny, it's gonna make them laugh because they're gonna probably relate. Personality, story of a discontinuing wax bar. So maybe you have a bar that you've loved for forever and you cannot believe it's going because it's reminding you of your child when their child was what age, I don't know. But find something that's actually like true to you and genuine and authentic, and that could be a really great personality story. Purposeful, and like these are just my ideas but what I did is I picked my goal, what I wanted to focus on. I picked my result that I wanted, which is sales, and then I put in personality, purposeful, personality, purposeful, personality, promotional, and then I filled in ideas of like what could be each one. Hopefully that makes sense. If you guys want to go through, they do love Scentsy. Diana knows a bunch of teachers. Go through this, screenshot of this if you will, or pause the recording if you're watching the recording. Last chance, first glance. I want them to book a party, right? For this next coming fall catalog. So I'm going to be purposeful about wanting to showcase things for booking my parties for fall and calendars and filling my calendar. So a hostess hall would be very purposeful because they're walking away with the knowledge of, holy crap, she just saved a bunch of money on her Scentsy stuff. Personality, pain points, no friend time. There's a real audio going on right now that says, on my way, dear. And I think it's Mrs. Doubtfire. On my way. And so it would be really cute reel to be like, missing my friends, or my husband is watching the kids tonight and we're having a mom's night, and it'd be like you running out the door with your Scentsy stuff, like on my way, that'd be a really cute, funny personality, not asking for a party yet, but highlighting the really cool thing about having a party is you get the alone time without kids. My ideal client would love that. And that would be a really great post. Purposeful would be shouting out to a recent host, hey, thanks so much, you had a phenomenal party, I had so much fun. There, people are walking away with the knowledge that parties are fun. Personality. I have to actually like get dressed to do things like that. That's my struggle. Like, what can I film that doesn't include me? That's, yeah, I'm working on it. Personality, poll, favorite girls' night, food, drink, or snack, or all three. You know, and have a poll of the different options and be like, which one would you pick? Which girls' night would you go to? That'd be really fun, right? I would totally like vote on that poll with the whipped cream face. That's funny. After you, Leslie. A quote or a meme about seeing Friends. Like, oh, I think right now when I read that, I thought of the Friends episode where all three girls are like, ah! There's that meme. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but anyways, that'd be a really cute post. And then this or that with host rewards. Would you rather pay full price for this? And I wouldn't say full price, but I would like put a price on there. Or would you rather pay that? That's purposeful. They're walking away with knowledge of what they can get. And now that they've been warmed up, you're going to go for the ask. You're going to book a party. It'll be a booking post. They realize, oh, wow, look at how amazing it would be to have all those things. Oh, like a good reason to have a party. Sounds like fun. Sounds like it's worth it. All the savings I'd have. That is how you plan your product, your content. One way that I've learned, I should say, because I'm sure there's other ways. Warming up your audience before you go for the promotional post is, like, I say helpful, but I think it's crucial. Okay. Oh, here's a little tip. Use your product training guide, which I know we haven't received yet for the fall, but you can use the previous catalog's product training guide for ideas on like purposeful content, because it teaches you, what are you guys giggling about? I want to know. Product training guide has great knowledge about product that will be great for like benefits for purposeful content. The Scentsy blog, I know Kara had mentioned it in Becky's group, but I have also done the same thing in my group, in my VIP group, where you can take a blog article from Scentsy's website and you can go and post it in your VIP group. And you don't have to write it. You're just like, hey, check this valuable article out. And then catalog will also give you ideas for content, you know, like you can do a top 6 or a top 10 of your favorite, I don't know, there's lots of ideas. Show your face, which is something that I'm working on, and then use real trends, REEL, like on Instagram. The ones that are like the first reels that you're watching are probably going to be the most popular. So if you can figure out a way to sensify that, and I'm going to show you, if you want to stick around a little bit and exactly see how I might do that, I'm going to show you if you want. All right, so here's some call to action and some goals. When your content is intentional and you have a focus, it is more successful. It'll be seen by more people, by your ideal clients. This is just some ideas of like what you might want them to do. It doesn't always have to be shop. It doesn't always have to be book. It doesn't always have to be join. It could be to come to my VIP group. That's where we're going to start having a more of a relationship. I get to know you better in my VIP group, or come and attend a local event. Please come share me with other people that you know might like Scentsy. Referrals. You might get in the car. Wait, what? Okay, here. You might get in the car and drive around hoping that you're going to get to your destination eventually, but without a map, without intentional planning, you're likely going to get sidetracked on the road that is social media and take longer and get distracted and lose your way a little bit. So this is just giving you a map. Yeah, we all are. I agree, Leslie. I'm not super comfortable with it either. And usually because I'm just home all the time, I don't take the time to get ready in the morning, which is something I'm working on myself. Using social media intentionally is like road mapping your ideal customers straight to you to find you faster. Like if you're just posting and hoping it works and hoping it's seen by the right person, you're likely it's going to take you a long time. So what goals do you have once they find you? Do you want to grow your PRV? Do you want to grow your followers, your VIP group, your new team members, your Sensei Club, fundraisers, referrals, whatever goals you have? Remember to plan content with this in mind. What value your customers will get? What value will your customers get when they act on these call to actions? What are they going to get from all of these things? If they shop, what are they going to get? They're going to get a great smelling home. They're going to get peace of mind. They're going to get relaxation. If they host a party, they're going to get, what are they getting? What is the value they're getting when they do that? When they pre-order, what are they getting? They're getting a really easy way to get their favorite thing, the thing that they want, without having to worry about if it's going to sell out, because you're going to do that for them if that's how you do it. If they click on something, what are they getting? Yeah, like, what are they getting? It's a question you really have to think about to make sure that it's not selfish, I guess, is a way to look at it. When they follow you, what are they going to get? When they subscribe to your newsletter, what are they going to get? When they tag somebody or they share your content with somebody, what are they getting? Make sure it's something that they like, because if it's not something they like, they're not going to do it. They need fun. They need to receive value or information. Before, this is all before you take action. They take action. Warm them up, like I said. Here's some just random tips that I didn't really fit into it could fit into a category, but just start. Because I think after tonight, after this training, and where I know where I've been, you feel overwhelmed and you're just like, I don't know, I need a system before I start. Like, I just just done is better than perfect. Just start. Go and make a reel tonight, even if you've never made a reel in your whole freaking life. Just go try it. Just go try it. Don't overthink it. Test out different ideas. Keep it simple. Exactly. Just do it. Just start. I promise you'll learn. You'll get better. Maybe, by the way, I have a story to tell you guys. But my last, outside of my copy reel today, the other reels that I posted, they've had like close to 7,000 to 8,000 views, which I'm like, hey, I feel pretty good about that. Not a whole lot of results, but I've had a lot of views. And then I posted my coffee one this morning, and I had like 4 for like an hour or 2. So I realized, I think it was the time that I posted, and it was the fact that there was no writing, and the fact that it was also very similar to the previous reel. It's probably those 3 things combined why I didn't get as many views as I could have. But that's the thing. I just did it anyways. And now I'm like, oh, well, maybe I'm going to try it differently next time. And that's okay. The fact is I did it, and I feel good about it. And my coffee was delicious. Try different times, different memes, different days. There's things that you can do in your insights if you have the right account to find this information. Reels, short video, stories are where people are spending a lot of time. I know video is like, run away, but no, try it. I know you'll get more comfortable as you go on. It's always going to be more eye-catching to do video. Watch your engagement, which again, I'll show you how to do that if you don't know how. If you have a creator or a professional account, which I have the professional one, and there's not much difference. Go Google what's the difference. There's not a lot of difference, but your engagement will show Instagram how many people are liking what you've just posted. And the more, like, if someone comments right away, go and reply back, because the more engagement, the more back and forth between you and your customers, Instagram's gonna be like, oh, people are liking this, people are engaged. We want them to spend more time on Instagram. We want to show this content to more people, because obviously there's enough value there for people to go and comment. They're going to reward your profile with more views when you have higher engagement, which is why it's good to kind of pay attention. You're going to have a broader reach, so forth and so on. It does. Thank you for saying it more succinctly. Use hashtags. Find out what hashtags your ideal customers are following. You can actually go onto like whoever your ideal customer is, and then maybe they shop for you, but they don't shop often enough for your liking. Go and see what they're posting about. Go and see what they're following. You can go to their profile and see what hashtags are they specifically following. And if that's something that fits who you are, be authentic, be genuine, and it works with what you have to share, the value you want to offer, then use it. Use that hashtag. Commit to being consistent to whatever you choose. If it's once a week and that's good enough for you right now, you're going to grow slow, and that's okay. But commit to at least once a week, or I say once a day, but that might be too much for you and where you are in your business. Once a day is good enough for me right now, for where I am. Whatever's sustainable to you. You just want to be consistent at it. Every 2 or 3 days, that's fine, whatever. Just be consistent. Be willing to learn, because again, that affects your algorithm. I can't even spell algorithm, you guys. Be willing to learn. Join Facebook groups if you want. I don't want to overwhelm myself. So right now, for now, where I'm at, who I'm learning from, Brenda Ster, and I'm in her private group, reading articles occasionally when I need to like gain more insight. I do that, but like choose that specifically for what you want to learn. Tag people. Oh, that's a really great way to boost your algorithm, is to tag. Like I tagged IKEA the other day, hoping that maybe they'll repost me. I've tagged the Budget Mom, because I use the Budget Mom's binder, and sometimes she'll repost me, which is pretty awesome, because then my account might get clicked on by somebody else who is also a mom, who is also my ideal client, and maybe wants to follow me. So I can tag people. Tag the people. If you post a picture of this training tonight, go and tag us, and we'll share you, and you'll, maybe one of my customers isn't my ideal customer, but they follow me, but they see you and they're like, oh my gosh, I have cats who crawl over me too. They're going to be like, I want to follow Kara, and Kara will gain a new follower, and that's amazing. That's a great thing. Tag people, tag accounts, tag brands in your stories and in your posts. Where am I at? Social media habits. So batch content planning. I like to do it. I like to plan my whole month a week at a time. Does that make sense? Well, at one point of the month, I'm planning all of my ideas, but then only one day a week I'm making them. So that's how I batch my content. And I say batch, like I attempt this. I'm not perfect at it. I definitely did the one on coffee this morning on the fly. Track your stats every month. So Instagram makes it really easy to be able to see what was last month's stats compared to right now. I'll show you that if you want to stick around. Use insights to decide what works really well, what content did really phenomenally, what time did you post it, what day did you post it, what did you say, what was the message, what was the call to action if there was one, and then try and replicate that. And then if it didn't go so well, like what could you improve? Like for me, the time that I posted. Create a system to streamline social media. The right tools can vary. So like Canva or PicMonkey or Photify. I know Scentsy has an account with Photify, which makes it super easy. But I would recommend that you take a lot of pictures yourself, or use actual photos, like photos that I've shared to my team page. I know Becky and Leslie and Daryl probably do the same to their team pages, to share like lifestyle photos, which is like not catalog, not flyer photos, not graphic.
Can I add one thing in as well?
Yeah.
When you're taking these personal photos and uploading them to your social media, I'm sure a lot of you noticed this, but if you didn't, Scentsy selects pictures off of our social medias. Sorry, Danielle, is this in your notes?
No, it's not. I totally forgot about Scentsy Snapshot. Thank you.
Scentsy takes pictures off of our social medias and puts you inside of the catalog, which goals. In fact, Danielle, who were you with? Were you with Leslie and Daryl? You guys have been in the catalog. That was from a corporate event that they got photos taken from corporate. But if you look inside of your catalogs, you can see all of these images specific to Whiffbox it tells you what hashtag to use right in the catalog. Hashtag Scentsy Whiffbox. Later on in the book, there's a lot of other personal Instagram pictures, and these are with the hashtag Scentsy Snapshot. So refer to your catalog when you're doing pictures and use the hashtags so you can be in the freaking catalog. How cool is that?
There was a note in the training that I took from Joanna Luna at SFR. She said, make sure that any photos that are like lifestyle photos that you are using the hashtag Scentsy Snapshot, make sure that they're actually your photos. Like don't, because if it ends up being where you're tagged, but it's someone else's photo, that's not cool. So that's the only thing that I wanted to add on that. But thank you for sharing that because that's amazing. And to be in the catalog, to be like next catalog season, yeah, that's me. That's really cool. Especially if you're holding a box of donuts. Anyways, where are we at? Okay, take off the photos. Oh, and then Joanna Luna also says flyers should never ever, this is her words, not mine, be posted on your wall. And I'm like, oh, I kind of knew that already because it looks jarring to, it's like a commercial. It's people skip over those things, right? We don't even watch commercials and we're like, come on, 5 seconds. I want to fast forward to the next video. Don't use them if you are going to use flyers, like especially when we don't have the product yet for LTOs, use them in your stories. They go away. Or if you use, like for example, I learned that you can do archiving of your posts on Instagram. So like I posted a reel, I think on flash sale stuff. I archived it, so it's no longer visible, but it was visible when it was, you know, poignant. It was important. Archive it instead of deleting it. Monthly planner is also a great tool. Literally just a piece of paper with a calendar printed on it would be a great tool. Canva is a great way to organize or create flyers, or not flyers, graphics. If that's the way you want to go. Google Drive, store them all. Google Sheets, have a bank of ideas. Here is some really great profiles to follow. These are people I have followed, and then I stop following them once I'm done because otherwise I tend to start, which is a human natural thing, I tend to start to compare myself, and I'm like, nope, that's unhealthy. We are all worthy of success. We are all, success is, what's the word I'm thinking of? Abundant mindset. And if I start to think, oh, I should be doing that, but it's not authentic to me, then I'm like, I have to unfollow you. But you're starting, it's a great place to start to get ideas. Like, how can I make that more like me? So these are some great ladies. For the most part, I did audit Rachel's because she was the first one I thought of. And she had a perfect, what was it? I wrote it down. I think it was 15. Yeah, she had only three promotional posts out of her last 20, which is 15%, which falls within the 10 to 20, which is great. So kind of neat to see that in action and what that looks like. Chloe Cox is another one. And then Joanna Luna, so it's at the Chloe Cox, I can't say her name, and at the Joanna Luna. If you go and follow any of these guys, you're probably going to find their links as well. Okay, and last but not least, questions. And we'll stop the recording here in a minute too. But what else do I have? Oh, I had a note about Instagram creator versus professional. Some of the music is different, but what I found is that how I've decided to look for content to make reels, I start with the audio and I go and see like, what does this audio remind me of? What can I think of? And I'll save the audio, and then I'll have my saved audio, and then I go make my reel based on the audio. So that's kind of how I've done it. So if you're struggling with creating your own reel and you start with a video and then are looking for audio, it can get a little bit frustrating because the audio for professional accounts is limited unless you have them saved already. Then it could be better. And that's for copyright, I guess they limit it that way. Yeah, that was my last note. So anybody have any questions? And we'll thank you for watching if you watch the recording.